It is scouting report time again. Today I have the Green Hell of Inor from LFT, hot off the presses, shipped across the Atlantic to Derek Ritter and directly into my hands. Not directly. The Postal Service took forever to get this to me. Um, so here's the package. I'm going to do an unwrapping, I guess. I already did an unwrapping to thumb through it real quick. Now, my first impression is it's a fairly meaty pack, but I'm a little disappointed the way it's packaged because LFT usually packages or modules like this, and the production quality is typically extremely high on their products. I have two of theirs. I have the Fight for Soul and Comp Group Sharer. Um, that come in a box, an actual kind of flat pack box, right? You flip it over, you open it up, right? And I'll do a video of this sometime down the road. And then all your components are right here. Now, and you can see this is about the same amount of material in here as the Green Hell of Inor. So I wish they would have put it in this really nice flat pack, but they did not. I don't know why. Maybe cost, production, maybe COVID, they had problems. I don't know. But I would have expected, because it's not in a box, that it would have been a little bit cheaper. But the price, if I remember right, it was about the same as their previous modules that they've put out. Anyway, let's tear into it, see what we have. I can get it open. Let me set this aside. I'll just go through. There's a cover sheet. There is the historical background. Very nice, high quality. Kind of has a slight matte finish to the cover. The cover is thicker than the pages inside, right? And the quality of their booklets for rules and the historical background are always top notch. Full color, glossy or semi-gloss sheets on the inside, going through, in this case, the historical perspective of Inor, which was a French-German campaign, early war campaign in 1940. So you can see the table of contents here. 70 pages. Well, it's maybe about 70, close to 80 pages total. I mean, excellent stuff here. I wish all ASL products were done this well because these guys do an excellent job. Here they actually toured the battlefield. Aerial photos, markings of different locations, and you can see here's Inor. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably terrible at pronouncing some of this stuff. Inor, and then here's the map, and I'll show the map later. I'm not going to be able to show the real map. It's just way too big to fit in the amount of space I have here, but I will have both vassal shot and a kind of a hover view with my phone, and I'll stick that in towards the end to show you what the map looks like. So this historical background booklet basically walks you through the battlefield, showing portions of the map and at least what it looks like today, the various roads and fields and water features and whatnot. It's very cool, very informative. Here you can see the team looking over their map out in the area. So really good stuff. Here they show actual actions during the battle. And go through that. Historical photos. Talk about the fort. Dates in May. They actually have graphic of what the fort looked like. Now I don't know. I don't know the specifics if the fort is actually on the map. I haven't looked at the map in great detail yet, but they have a lot of detail in the historical booklet on the fort and bunkers. So if you are an ASLer who is also a historian, you'll love this type of material. And all of theirs, or the three I have now, Soul, Sharer, and Ainor, all have historical booklets of very similar quality, very similar length on the details of each of those historical actions that the module covers. Talk about tactics, unit breakdowns, Senegalese troops, colonial army. Just going through this real quick. There's a lot of material here, obviously. French motorized cavalry. Ainur then and now. Some more photos showing what it looked like then and now, plus where it might be on the map. And then bibliography. So looks like 70, yeah, it looks like an 80-page historical background booklet here. And the last is bibliography for those history buffs out there. I got my copy at Ritterkrieg. Good guy. Good place to order your ASL stuff from. Scenarios. Now there's, let's see if I've got them all. I think there are, oh, I don't know, is that 18 scenarios total that take place on either a portion of the campaign map or all of the campaign map or on typical normal ASL maps. So it's a whole spectrum of playing locations on ASL map boards. And as you can see, per normal, their scenario cards are in full color, gloss printing, high quality, really good stuff. These guys do a great job. So you can see here, here's this scenario on a board 11A and a 3-board configuration. And obviously, all of these are going to be French versus German, or French colonial forces, or Senegalese, French. It's going to be some sort of variation of French versus German units. Must be a nice scenario. Yep. And then on top of these scenarios, we're at number 11, 12. There are also 3 campaign games included. 13, scenario 14, 15, 16. Okay, there's more than 16. And some of these, yeah, they take place on very tiny corners of the Ainur map. Oh, that was right. There are 16. Then we get into the campaign games, and the rules for the campaign games are in the special rules booklet. There's a whole nother booklet for that. And then we've got campaign game reinforcement charts. People who have played campaign games are used to this. Campaign purchase point costs, campaign game max, etc. For the French, and same for the Germans. Again, full color, printed in gloss. Here's campaign game 2. Again, more reinforcement group for French and German. Here's campaign game 3. Okay. The material in this module could keep somebody busy for quite some time. And then we have French and German. I don't know if both of those are fitting on there. Yeah, it looks like they're player tables. So tables for special rules or refit phase type activities, probably for French and the Germans. Uh, Sheet for tracking your campaign purchase point cost or spending. Pretty typical for campaign games. This is on normal paper. Interdicted German reinforcement chart. I am not sure what this is for because I have not read the special rules for this, but there's a French version and a German version of these charts. And then here's the rule booklet. Same sort of booklet as the historical background booklet. Same printing. The cover is very thick and the insides are thinner, but they're all semi-gloss, printed on semi-gloss paper. So typical. Here's a map, high-level version of the map. Definitions and abbreviations, terrain, special terrain for the historical map. These must be just geography. These might come into play as for victory conditions as well. Each of these locations, but they're defined here by color and letter off the map. And then scenario special rules. These rules probably apply to all the scenarios as well as the campaign game, the special rules. And then there are also special rules just for the campaign game, which kick in on the next page. So there's not a lot of special rules. There's 2 pages of just special rules, and it's mainly unit based types of units, right? Early war machine guns, ELR, and then there's maybe, what was it? 2 pages of terrain, 1.5 pages of terrain that you really have to worry about. That's pretty reasonable for a big module like this. And then there's also special rules or considerations for your campaign games for each of the campaign games. So here's campaign game 1 definition. There's also the scenario cards for them as well. Campaign game 2, campaign game 3, and then campaign game refit phase. That's where most of the campaign game rules is in the refit phase, as with most campaign games. What you need to do between campaign game dates is all in here. Buying, spending campaign purchase points, that kind of thing. Yeah, leader table. So some of these tables are probably in those quick reference charts. All of these are probably on there, would be my guess. I haven't looked at it to confirm. I'm just speculating there. And then at the very end of the rules booklet, there is a designer's note section. And that's it. Then finally, not finally, we have special French counters. There's no special German counter. Well, that's early war stuff on the next sheet. There's no special German counters, it looks like. These are all French units. And there are things like your normal French units. There's looks like assault engineers in here, and then there's, I think, the stars. I think they represent colonial type forces. Let's see if I can get a zoom in. Should focus better. Now the die cutting on some of these, a couple of them looked they're a little off center. Like down here, you can see that Die cut is right on the edge of the bottom of the printing for the counter. Same with these. And then the second sheet of counters. Oh, maybe these are the colonial forces with this symbol on it. You have some leaders, excuse me, and you can see here at the top of these counters, the die cutting is very close to the printing. So I wish looking back at Comp Group, which I just had open, the counters and die cutting in that module, there's only one sheet of it, but they're much better than this module. So, but the printing looks good. They're very colorful. You have some early war support weapons here. It looks like some early armor, air support. And then there are the maps. Like I said, I'll try to unfold one here. They're big. There's no way. I mean, this is not even unfolded one half of it. Let's see here. I'll spread these out and take photos of them, and then I'll do a handheld kind of zoom over of the whole thing with my phone and stick that in right about here. All right, I'm back with the map of Inor. So let's take a trip across the battlefield. The map comes in two sections. You've got, I guess, a top section and a bottom section. And it is quite big. It is, I estimate, to be 3 feet by 4 feet. Has, what is that, 56 hexes. And it goes to UU in the other coordinate. So A1 to UU 56. Nice sturdy cardstock or paper thickness. There's the actual village. Lots of woods. Paved road coming down on what would be the west side of the map. And a canal, just a portion of a canal there on the west side as well. Then you have various entry areas. The south side appears to be dominated by French entry areas, and the north side, north map, dominated by German entry areas. Also have a paved road running right through the Green Hell down into the village. And there appears to be, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels, maybe 7 up in the corner there. 6 or 7 levels to the map. So a very large forested hill or hills overlooking the village and a canal bordering just on the west. Green Hell of Inor, May 1940. See if I can get a really close-up view. I'm doing this video in 4K. Hopefully the clarity is a little better. And that be it. That is the entire map of the Green Hell of Inor from LFT. So Let me jump back to the video and we'll close this out. So that was a tour of the historical map, and that wraps up the unboxing video for the Green Hell of Inor from LFT. Looks like a really great module. I'm making a lot of noise here. I apologize for that. Looks like a great module. I think it costs €100, €100, something like that. Like I said early in the beginning of this video, my only, I think, complaint is that it wasn't packaged like their previous high-end modules were packaged in the flat pack box that opens up, which is super nice. This was just stuck sort of in it wasn't a zip bag, but it was a plastic bag. But other than that, it's very similar in quality to their other products. I look forward to digging into it some more. And on their website, you can download a Vassal map for it already, and I think I haven't installed the mod or the extension. Maybe it has counters, but I know the map is available, and I loaded the map into Vassal, and it loads fine. So those who want to jump into this on Vassal, it looks like it's ready or near ready. Of course, you'll need all the special rules and campaign game rules and scenario cards, so you're just gonna have to go out and buy it. So with your ASL disposable income that everyone likes to waste on buying ASL material, like I do, I guess. Anyway, that's it for the Green Hell of Inor. Until I see you again, roll low and take care.